Hello, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity, and we are here for our Essential Stencil Live. And I have these stone tiles. I have done these before, both on Essential Stencil and certainly on Cheers to Creativity. They make great coasters, okay? And people do coasters different ways. The way I do them is I'll paint on them, I do seal mine, and then I put the little felt pads on the bottom of them. And the object of the stencil of the coaster is to keep your drink, if it's sweating, from not getting on your furniture. So that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to pull another set of coasters. And this set is going to go with a bigger project. But we're going to start with this as I grab, let me grab it. I'm grabbing the coffee menu. And this time I'm going to do a different coffee on each of the little tiles. So I'm going to just snip this off. And there you go. My sponge is ready to go again. I'm going to keep these super simple. And the color I'm going to use on these is called espresso. How appropriate, huh? So I'm just going to keep them real simple. Again, I'm just going to use one color, putting that paint on my sponge, and I'm dabbing it on my paper towel. And again, I'm kind of eyeballing. I want to get the word on there. And I'm going to have to just kind of hold it. And again, our brushes, especially our mini brushes, would work great with this. I thought espresso was a great color for the coffee stencils. Okay. I'm going to have to scooch my finger over here so I can get the top of that. I'm going to lift it straight off. And there we have one that says espresso. Making sure I've got my word on there. I'm going to scooch it up just a touch. Something on there. I'm not sure what that was. Again, offloading it. And these have your recipe, so to speak, for the particular drink. Now, I must admit, most of my coffee is black. And it's probably not even espresso. It's probably just plain old coffee. But these would sure be fun to serve your coffee on. So there is our Americano. Again, super, super simple, one color. I'm making sure my paint is really dry so I don't bleed in these words. This one is milk foam, steamed milk, and espresso to make a cappuccino. And the last one I'm going to do for this set is going to be a latte. I'm going to get this on here, and then I'm going to take just a second and make sure I clean off that damask one that we just used, because it needs to be dry when I use it again. After I clean my brushes, throw away my sponges, and clean my stencils, there's a little bit of a bleed, but it's okay. This is actually was a project I had done before, and I didn't particularly care for it, so I cut down the box, and we're going to use the box. And we're going to put a stencil here and a stencil here. But before I do that, I'm actually going to take that color we were just using, that espresso, and I'm just going to very quickly do around my edge here. But now I'm just going to come around my edge here and just use this espresso color to be my little bit of a trim color. So what I'm going to do on this part, the box part, seriously, how did I get this in here? Okay. I'm going to go back to our coffees, and what I didn't do, this is 16 inches, and I need to figure out how big each of these little cups are. 5, We'll cut this in half. We know we need 2 here and 2 there. There, but I want the words. Just do that and then just add 1 more. I think we could do that. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to line this up. Get that on there. Put some steamed milk, an espresso for a flat white. And what is this one? This is a caramel macchiato. I want to use the word coffee, and obviously this isn't going to fit in there. So I'm going to have to line this up and tape it down several places so that it doesn't go flying on me. And first thing I'm going to do, it's pretty lined up. I'm going to put this one down here because there's a little extra space there. I'm going to line this up over here because we're not going to do that line. I'm going to grab another piece of tape here. And I'm going to grab another piece of tape here, up here. Now, my beans can be done just in a couple colors of brown. I may grab a little darker brown too, which is burnt umber, just a little darker. And because I've got that on my sponge already, I'm going to take the espresso, tap it off. I'm just going to tap these little coffee beans in. I'm going to grab one of our mini brushes. I have to turn my turntable. Oh, gracious. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that darker brown color. I'm going to see if I can just make it one of these sections a little darker. You can see just a little bit of white around there, around my edge. From my edge down. In here, and you can move it. And we're going to put our coasters in here as well. And you'll have a little place for your napkins. And you have a little place to hold your little coffee cups, whether you're a coffee drinker or maybe you just have coffee available for when you have friends. So I will add the other hooks after the fact, so you're not having to watch me struggle with that. But this is the idea of having the little coffee setup.